Imagine being asked to hurt another human being, not out of anger, not out of hatred, but because someone in authority calmly told you it was necessary. Now, ask yourself something honestly. Would you stop, or would you obey? Most people believe they know the answer, and most people are wrong, because this is not about cruelty. It is about obedience. And you have already been trained to obey more than you realize. This is not a hypothetical scenario. This actually happened. And what makes it disturbing is not what people did, it is how easily they did it. In the early 1960 seconds, psychologist Stanley Milgram wanted to understand something terrifyingly simple: how ordinary, decent people could commit harmful acts without being forced. What he uncovered revealed a dark psychological mechanism that still controls workplaces, relationships, institutions, and entire societies today. And once you see it, you can never unsee it. The experiment appeared harmless on the surface. Participants were told they were taking part in a study about learning and memory. They were assigned the role of teacher. Another person, called the learner, was placed in a separate room. The teacher's task was straightforward. Ask a question. If the learner answered incorrectly, deliver an electric shock. The shocks began at a low level, barely noticeable, almost symbolic. But with each mistake, the voltage increased. What the teacher did not know was that the learner was an actor. The shocks were fake, the pain was staged, but the teacher believed everything was real. Soon, the learner began to protest. He complained, he pleaded, he cried out in pain. Then, the screams became desperate, and eventually, they stopped altogether. At this point, many people assume the experiment ended. They imagine participants refusing, standing up, walking away. That belief feels reassuring, and it is dangerously false. When participants hesitated, a calm authority figure intervened. A man wearing a lab coat. Professional, composed. He did not shout, he did not threaten. He simply said things like, "Please continue. The experiment requires that you continue. You have no other choice. You must go on." And most people did. 65% of participants administered the maximum voltage, even when they believed the learner was in severe pain, even when they feared they might be causing permanent harm. These were not violent individuals. They were ordinary people, parents, professionals, neighbors. The experiment did not reveal hidden monsters. It revealed something far more unsettling: how easily responsibility can disappear when authority is present. Participants showed clear signs of distress: sweating, shaking, nervous laughter, visible anxiety. They knew something was wrong, but they continued anyway. Why? Because authority changes how the human mind processes responsibility. Once people believe someone else is in charge, a psychological switch flips. They stop seeing themselves as the decision maker. They become an instrument. This is known as the agentic state. In this state, morality is outsourced, guilt is diluted, conscience is muted. The internal dialogue becomes, "I am not responsible. I am just following instructions." This mechanism does not belong to history. It operates right now, in toxic workplaces where people say, "It's just policy." In abusive relationships where someone says, "I'm only doing what's best for you." In institutions where harm is justified because that's how it's always been done. The Milgram experiment exposed how dangerous obedience becomes when it feels normal. And authority does not need force to work. It only needs legitimacy. The experiment took place in a respected environment, a university setting, professional equipment, formal language. Your brain is conditioned to trust symbols of authority: titles, uniforms, credentials. These signals bypass critical thinking. Then comes escalation. The shocks did not begin at extreme levels. They increased gradually. This matters more than people realize. Once you comply with something small, your brain seeks consistency. Stopping later feels like admitting you were wrong earlier. So instead of questioning the action, people justify it. If it were truly dangerous, someone would stop me. The experimenter knows better than I do. I've already gone this far. This is how boundaries erode. Not suddenly, but step by step. And here is one of the most important discoveries. When participants saw another person refuse to continue, obedience collapsed. The presence of resistance broke the spell. This reveals a powerful truth. Obedience thrives in isolation. Awareness spreads through example. Authority only feels absolute when no one challenges it. So, how do you protect yourself from this psychological trap? Not by rejecting all authority. That would be unrealistic, but by recognizing the moment responsibility is being shifted away from you. The moment someone says, "You don't need to think about this. Everyone does it. Just follow the process." That is the warning sign. Ask yourself one question: who is responsible for the outcome of this action? If the answer feels vague or externalized, obedience is already at work. Healthy authority allows questioning. Unhealthy authority discourages it. Language matters too. Pay attention to phrases that remove agency. "I had no choice. I was told to do it." Orders are orders. Replace them with one sentence: "I am choosing to do this." If that sentence feels uncomfortable, listen carefully. Discomfort is not weakness. It is moral awareness activating. The Milgram experiment does not prove humans are evil. It proves how easily good people can be led into harmful behavior. And knowledge is the antidote. Because once you recognize the mechanism, it loses its power. Authority depends on unquestioned compliance. Dark psychology depends on silence. The most dangerous words in history are not hatred or rage. They are, "I was just following orders." And the most powerful act of resistance is not rebellion, it is conscious choice. Remember this: every system requires participation, every command requires consent, and every act of obedience is still a decision. Choose wisely.